Alright, it's a lovely Saturday morning. I don't have to work today, and that's a good thing. So, to recap, we took the transmission out of the truck last weekend. I haven't bought any parts because, well, life happens a lot of times, and I don't have time to do everything I'd like to do. So, might call down and see if we can get any parts today. We might put that together if we can. I think I'm just going to put a new throwout bearing. The clutch is good. I mean, it's right new. I don't know why I'd put a new clutch in. The pressure plate has... Let me try that again. The flywheel has been resurfaced. It just needs to be cleaned up. I think we're in good shape there. We need to run some brake lines. We need to sort out the clutch deal. And do some stuff, turbo seals. I think I'm going to do a rear main seal. Stuff like that. But when I walked in, I mentioned in last week's video that somebody had borrowed the motorcycle, so we had to buy some parts. And the little guy come out here yesterday and put the new brake handle on. Might need to do some adjusting. But here's his apparatus he cooked up for tools. That ain't just how I would have done it, but extra points for creativity. You know, I just called a couple auto parts stores looking for that throwout bearing. I should really start figuring out how to do videos on that. I'm sure you've all seen the guy. He's sipping on a drink from the QT or something, listening to some political figure talk, and that's the video is just his expressions and maybe a few comments. We're calling these parts stores. I got 96 Ford F350 Power Stroke. Need throwout release bearing. Throwout bearing. That's a 96 Power F150. Yep, that's what it is. Bless their hearts. But here's something cool. My daughter made me some QJet equipped stickers. Some that say Mr. Heavy Chevy. I don't know that I can sell these though, because it's the kind where you pull the back end off the back and then the sticker sticks to the clear part on the front. And the problem is all these little dots in the middle, they're hard to keep them stuck to this. I have a hard time doing it. I had to have my daughter do it. She does it no problem. But I bet you if I have a hard time doing it, some of y'all are gonna too. So I might have to look into something different with that before I sell any. I might give some away though. And then I had her make one of these. I tried to put one on the valve cover, but it wouldn't stick, so maybe we'll just put it on the window or something. That's kind of neat. Alright, moving along. Alright, we're back from getting some parts. We got a throwout bearing and a turbo seal kit, turbo mount seal kit. And he went and fixed himself a hot chocolate. And while I was in the house, I spotted a deal that might be too good to pass up. So we might have to stop everything and go get it. It's a small block Chevy stroker crank. He says there's something wrong with it. He don't know what, but it might be a good thing. Alright, while I'm working on the body work, little man's working on the clutch stuff. He's going to clean up the flywheel and then the pressure plate. We're not putting new on. I know some of you are going to say, oh, that's stupid, but it's new. I don't see no point in putting new in again. Although the ramifications will be bad if the clutch goes bad. I don't think it's going to. I'm confident it's good. We're going to put a new throwout bearing in it and rock and roll, as they say. Alright, he's got the pressure plate cleaned up and the flywheel. And so we can put the transmission back in it. Hope I got a clutch alignment tool. If not, I've eyeballed them a time or two in my time and it went okay. So we can probably try that. We've applied some Bondo a couple times. Hopefully for the last time, but I don't know. The goal is to get this truck and primer today. I kind of had a little screw up here. Probably should have filmed it, but I didn't because I didn't think of it. But anyways, the screw up was this. There was quite a low place here, and I was filling it with Bondo a little bit, and then I said, you know what, that's too much. So I put a dolly in the center of it and pushed out, and when I did, it cracked the Bondo. So I had to grind that all back out, and then the young man and I here did a little hammer, dolly, and shrinking work with the shrinking tip on the stud gun. And I'm not thinking of any good jokes right now, even though I just said stud gun. Y'all can think of your own jokes. We'll be back in a minute. We're hungry. I got burritos and apple pie. Tech tip of the day. I learned this from Shut Your Face Garage. You gotta have these things in your freezer in your shop. I forgot all about it till a young man pointed out to me a little bit ago. He's gonna raise this thing up, as you can see. And we're going to set it on them sawhorses, and we're going to clean it up real good, and we're going to prime it today. Come heck or high water. Alright, we're going to horrify professional body men everywhere, and probably some amateurs, and probably some folks that sit in their mama's basement don't know doodly squat, but they know I'm doing it wrong. And I'm going to use a Harbor Freight piece of junk paint gun to spray the primer. That is, if I can get it to spray, because whoever used it the last time when they spray painted their S10 Rust-Oleum green could have done a better job cleaning it. So guys, be prepared to be horrified. Know-it-alls and know-nothings are fixing to be horrified. And me, I'm just dumb enough to be happy. I'll tell you who else is fixing to be horrified. You know who it is? Yo mama. On account of I'm fitting to use her measuring cup, but what she don't know is I swiped it some years back. Maybe she won't be horrified at all. But this is sort of like a horror movie. Everybody's gonna be horrified. Everybody. And speaking of horrified, I was horrified when I was at the auto parts store today to see that a gallon of lacquer thinner was $32. Lucky I found that 5 gallons in a building we were tearing down one day, and I took it home for free. If it's free, it's for me. Like these paint sticks, those are free after you spend untold hundreds for little old cans of paint. Then I'm horrified. Remarkably, it seems to spray a consistent pattern. Even after that guy who used it last didn't clean it that good. Alright, since the primer sat a long time, I've got it on the mixer. And he's mixing it up. It's on. Look. Makes your wrist stronger. Every once in a while you can pull it up and look at it and watch it dribble off if you want, but you can't do it every time, okay?
Alright.
Alright. Carry on. Don't every paint shop got a mixer like that. You know, I was talking about sponsors the other day. It'd be nice if a sponsor could hook me up with one of them Wi-Fi britches so I could get Wi-Fi up in here from the house. So I get poor signal, and sometimes I try to post stuff on Instagram and you know it don't work for a long time, and then I forget. So, you know, we could use that sponsorship, Wi-Fi bridge, or you could buy some of them QJet Equip stickers as soon as I get ones that do better on our website, and then I could buy one of them bridges my own self. But I watch the state build bridges around here, and it takes them a long time. I hope Wi-Fi bridges ain't that bad.
Alright, we used the Harbor Freight paint gun and the Nason brand epoxy primer, and we mixed it 1 to 1, and we sprayed it on that there cab, not the fire oil. Woohoo! Now we're going to let it set a while and put some 2K on it. Right, bud?
Right.
Alright, about 30 minutes have elapsed, so I'm going to start mixing up the other stuff and get ready to spray that on it. And once we do that, we're going to decide what it is we're going to eat, and then we're going to eat it. And then we'll probably sit down and maybe watch some old John Wayne movie or something. We watched most of the Rocky movies. You know, I never seen them. I lived a sheltered life, let me tell you. I never saw them till just a couple weeks ago. They're pretty good. We got all the way to, I forgot what number, the one where he whooped the Russian dude's got butt. Rocky, we need you! Yo, Adrian!
Woohoo! That was a bunch of fun, wasn't it? Don't tell nobody, but I let him spray a little bit too. Just for fun. Alright, she's all primered up. We're going to let that sit and let it shrink, because I know it's gonna. Maybe for a few months. I got a few more things that I need to do on the bottom side. And I'm going to put some POR 15 on it. And then I think we'll set it on the back of the frame there, out the way, so we can get our brake lines and clutch and all that stuff ironed out. Get ready to put the cab on it later.
Alright, we done went in the house. We got cleaned up. I cooked some of my famous macaroni and cheese. Ate some chicken wings, which you can tell right there. And now we're full and fat, but we got just enough energy to ring the bell. Thanks for watching. Please click like if you liked it. I think that helps. But I noticed not many of you hit the like button. But please do it just for me. That is if you're not horrified. If you're horrified, hit the thumbs down. Okay? Don't forget to go to MrHeavyChevy.com, where you can buy t-shirts that none of us are wearing right now. They say Mr. Heavy Chevy on them. And you can buy stickers that say that. Who the heck is Mr. Heavy Chevy? Okay? Oh, what happened here? You bumped it with something.
My bad.
You can't have nice things with kids around. You just can't. Alright, we're going to go in the house now and take it easy. Why don't you do the same?
Yeah.
Or you who is watching.